The only realistic chance that an average guy has of getting a truly, like actually attractive woman, like actually attractive, is to go to a foreign country, and not just a foreign country, but specifically a small city in a foreign country. And you got to do things the right way. And we're going to talk about this now. And also want to talk about why you guys will never get an attractive girl as an average guy in the United States. So there's this superficial thing called your sexual market value. It's superficial, but it's also true. It's the concept of understanding where you are in the pecking order, understanding how attractive you are in general to the average person of the opposite gender, or I guess the same gender. And it's looks, money, status game. And if I had to add on to, I'm going to another video, a big one would be your strategy as well, because you take a guy who has, equal in looks, equal in status, equal in money to another guy, but one of the guys has a way better strategy. Like he has an automated system for meeting women. Like maybe he moved a club promoter into his house. He became the president of his fraternity, and he's planning all the events with the sorority girls. Or a guy like me, I have multiple Tinder accounts. I boost Instagram posts. I have online dating virtual assistants, people who look for girls on my Instagram. They message girls on my behalf on my Instagram. They swipe for me on dating apps, put all the leads in a spreadsheet and say, hey, these are the girls that are interested in you, right? So strategy is a big one too. And let's go down the rabbit hole of strategy even more. I call it the small town strategy, right?
Hey guys, back to the video in just a few seconds, but first, I had to share these amazing results that I've been having on dating apps using 100% fake AI-generated photos. Every single girl that you're seeing on screen right now, I matched with on Bumble using, yes, fake AI photos. And here are the photos on the screen right now that I used. And before you rush to the comments and want to say something dumb like, oh, I could kind of tell that they were fake. I know that you can't tell that they're fake because I'm lying to you. I'm showing you a mixture of both real photos and AI photos, and I bet you can't tell a difference of which is which. And I've done well on the dating apps even before with real photos, but ever since I put AI photos on there into the mix, the results have been absolutely insane, as you were seeing. And not only can I now be super lazy, I don't have to do photo shoots anymore in real life, but I can now get access to backdrops I never could before, such as being on a private jet or some insane looking baller Airbnb. And no, I know what you're thinking. Both the dating app platforms and Instagram cannot tell that these are AI, and they will not get you banned. So if you want some of these for yourself, just check out the link in the video description. It's also in the first pinned comment. It's the same link, and we will get back to the regular video now.
As a guy in the United States, there's something that you need to understand called hypergamy. And there's a lot of definitions for this. The way I'm going to kind of speak on it now is that women always want to move up the ladder. The adage is like, first they'll date, the normal employee, then the manager, then the general manager, then the CEO. Like they always want to keep, moving up. And women do not date across themselves anymore, at least in the Western world. They date up. So if a girl's a 5, she's going to want to date a guy that's objectively a 7 or 7.5 or better. If a girl's a 3, she's only going to want to date guys that are about a 6 to a 6.5 or better. And this fucked up hypergamy is not nearly as strong of a thing in small cities. Now, mind you, a lot of you retards think like, oh, I'm just going to go to Sao Paulo or Rio or Bangkok and I'm a passport bro. Passport bros, we up. And you guys only do P for P. Okay, 99% of the motherfuckers in the passport bro groups on Facebook are P for B. And here's why. They're going to, first of all, they're going there kind of like for that. Second of all, what they realize is that you went to Bangkok, buddy. There are so many high value rich guys in Bangkok. Your advantage, it has increased a lot, but not nearly to the amount of like wanting to get a super attractive girl. And I recommend that you guys get with a girl that is so attractive. Like, okay, here's how like attractive some of the girls that I date are. They're so attractive that I want to go on a date with them and I couldn't close on the first night, just like making out and stuff. I will go to their Instagram and do this to their pictures, right? I'll even do that before I met them. Like before I met them, I'll like find this girl, I'm flirting with her, we have a date set up. All like all the options of all the pornography on the internet that I could watch. And I'm like using the Instagram photos of a girl that I'm about to go on a date with. Again, that's maybe a little bit unrealistic to have like, the sexiest girl that you want to pleasure yourself to be like a girl you actually can attain. But you guys should shoot for that, because if you don't have a girl that you're super like uncomfortably like it's like a actual problem. You're that attracted to her, the spark is going to fizzle out. You're going to want to get a divorce. You're going to get tired of her. And let's say, if she's like, oh, like you're just uncomfortably horny around her all the time, in 5 years, you'll just be like kind of horny around her, right? And if you start off as only kind of horny around her, 5 years, you're not going to desire her at all. And good luck feeling love. I got a lot of blowback from a video I did. I'll put a link in the description about the sad truth about how most of the top girls are 9s and 10s. And even though that's true, you should still stick in there and like try to find, the few that are not, because, good luck. So average guys, again, sexual market value, looks, money, status, game. And then I'm adding the fourth one on, which is strategy, small town strategy. Do not go to Bangkok, don't go to Rio. I am in Manaus, Brazil with my good friend, Austin Holloman. Shout out to Austin Holloman. If you don't know him, he's a black passport bro. He runs a group called Enlightened Western Men. And yeah, the premise of his channel is like, go where you're appreciated. He's traveling the world, vlogging about the best places to go. He's actually come out with a product. I don't know what's going to be called, the World Travel Romance Guide. I don't know, but it's going to give like all the cities he's been to, what to do, how to meet women, how foreigners get treated, etc. And the reason why you want to go to small towns is because the big cities overseas are already starting to get fucked because of the passport bro movement. And sometimes you just have competition from the locals. Like there's not a lot of passport bros in Sao Paulo, but you're just dealing with jacked 6'1", 6'2" guys that got a lot of money and they're super good looking. And passport bros haven't necessarily invaded Sao Paulo yet, but again, remember hypergamy, right? If a girl, perceives herself as, a 5, she's going to want to date, a 7.5 to an 8. And your sexual market value, just by being something exotic in a certain market, can pay dividends. I did a video, the previous upload before this one is called The Sad Truth About Race and Dating. So I'll give the quick summary of that because I don't want to repeat myself too much. This shit matters, but the huge, section of the pie chart of what determines your attractiveness is, like I said, strategy, looks, money, status, game, your genetics, your face, your musculature, and your race matters somewhat. So you got to understand, okay, I'm Indian, I'm Latino, I'm white. Where can I go? Where is, generally what I look like? Where is that appreciated? Second of all, when you go to one of these small cities, right? Again, people say, well, what small towns? What small town in, it's always Colombia. It's always Colombia, guys. Look, fucking other countries exist beside Colombia, goddammit. But they're always like, so which country do I go to? Redbeard? Which country do I go to? Look, I'll just use Colombia as an example. Go to Google and type in list of the top 50 largest cities in Colombia and scratch off the first 6 and start at number 7, 8, 9, 10. Off the top of my head, it might be like Ibagué, Sincelejo, I don't know, whatever the fuck, do your own research. And then second of all, follow Austin's channel, go to the Facebook groups, the Passport Bro Facebook groups, find the, 5% of guys in there that don't only do, pay for play, and ask around, say, hey, I'm an Indian guy, where can I go where I get treated well? Hey, I'm a Norwegian guy, hey, I'm XYZ ethnicity, XYZ skin tone, ask around, okay? You can leave a comment and ask me, but look, just better to just ask around in like the Facebook groups, again, like I probably only know to the, extent of like my own experience and where I get treated well. The second thing is if you're going to go to one of these small towns and if you've done your research, let's just say you're a white guy, you're me, you're like, hey, white guys get treated pretty well in Brazil still. I think Brazilian women are open to everything, by the way. So Indian, Sri Lankan, Bengali, Pakistani, it's almost the same thing. I'm kind of doing that out of humor, but they all pretty much get treated well in Brazil. Will a blue-eyed, tall, semi coming along, somewhat a little bit muscular white guy get treated better than you? Perhaps, I don't know. Go there with a friend. These small cities can be so fucking boring you want to blow your brains out. I'm launching a private community. It'll be a monthly paid membership. It'll also have access to all my courses, and any course that I ever put out will all go under the umbrella of this private community. Austin Holloman is a good source for a community as well. You can go to the Facebook groups. You don't have to pay me money. This is not a sales pitch. You don't have to give me money if you don't want to. You can go to the Facebook groups, the Passport Bro Facebook groups. Just make sure that you're finding the few percentage of guys that are not into pay for play. And go with a friend. Austin and I were walking around the mall today picking up beautiful girls. The upload after this is going to show our vlog in Manaus. There are girls that, should be so out of our league, right? And I'm going to go on a date with one of them. I'm going to work the vlog first, and then one of the girls, her name is Anna, she's going to be in the vlog that I'm already going to publish. And then assuming she doesn't flake on the date, you'll see the update. That'll be probably 2 or 3 uploads from now. I'm going to go on a date with Anna. Absolutely stunner. Again, look for the next upload. Subscribe. Look for the next upload. fucking stunner. Austin said she was a 9. I rate her like 8, 8.5, something like that. Fuck it, I'll give her a 9 too. She's absolutely gorgeous. And she lit up like a Christmas tree when I talked to her. We chatted a little bit. She even let me like film her for my travel vlogs. These are travel vlogs, guys. Travel vlogs. You know, she it says in her Instagram that she is a automation engineer, like a computer systems and automation, you know, engineer. I'm not exactly sure what that even means, but she sounds pretty smart. She spoke some English. At the same time, paradoxically, I think that was, again, there's a lot of things that are going to be paradoxical. So read between the lines. Use your brain. Turn your fucking brain on, okay? Brain, go on right now. A lot of paradoxes. At the same time, a lot of girls looked at us like we were nothing fucking special, and why the fuck would we be talking to them? Cold. Like girls that would be like, hey, excuse me, a quick, super quick question. Can no, don't get away from me, gringo, whatever. Maybe she has a boyfriend. Who knows? Maybe she thought I was ugly. But at the same time, it's like, again, paradoxically, don't just think because you go overseas, they're all going to line up for you. But you will maximize your advantage in a small town. Just make sure you go with a cool group of guys or at least one other buddy so you don't go insane. And expect, again, I've been impressed with Manaus so far. I don't give my full opinion. I'm thinking that it was just super lucky, rare exceptions, but pretty much every girl that we approached today spoke English at the mall. If you guys are writing in your head like, oh, note to self, girls in Manaus speak like English, I'm 99.9% sure we just got extremely lucky and those are rare exceptions. Expect to find girls that are very, very simple. Expect to find girls that are very, very small-minded. Marry them young so you can coach them and teach them English and bring them in to the modern world, teach them how to behave, teach them how to carry themselves before feminism fucks them up, and teach them to be hoes, and they listen to Cardi B and Meg Thee Stallion and all this music that tells them that, you know, men are useless, they're only for dick and money and upward mobility, blah, 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 blah. Go with it. Like Austin and I were saying that like we would want to kill ourselves if we were in Manaus alone. It's only fun with your boys. And especially, you know, I teach on automated systems. I teach how to go online and use online dating virtual assistants and set up systems to take advantage of other people's time and money and effort to literally go on Instagram, pretend to be you, go on dating apps, pretend to be you, talk to girls, give you a list of girls that are interested, set up video calls for you, etc. But whether you're doing that or you are doing cold approach, whatever strategy you want, if you're just in the middle of bumfuck nowhere, like a random small city, Goiânia in Brazil, the most beautiful women, it's the top city for quality that I've ever seen. I mean, maybe Medellin, Barranquilla could like compete, but it's up there. Probably one of the most, you know, top 10 cities in the world, right? And I think like the 7th layer of hell is being like in Goiânia with no friends. There was like 2 bars, 2 nightclubs. They were fucking whack. They were like empty practically. Actually, no, one was fire. But you know, loud music, bottle servicey. And again, the girls didn't exactly like just line up for me, but they were a lot more receptive. And it comes down to this. If you want to date an extraordinary woman, you have to become an extraordinary guy. And the only way you're going to be very, very average, or put it this way, far below average and get a truly beautiful girl, the small town strategy is not going to save you. The only way to do that is get money involved in the situation. And I don't recommend that because it's going to end in disaster. It's not going to be based on true, genuine chemistry. She's going to make excuses for not having sex with you. She's going to say she has a headache. After she feels like, you know, maybe she can divorce you or take some of your money, she may act upon that. Disaster, disaster, disaster. So for most of you guys, don't make money, like don't lead with money. Maybe make it known you're successful and, you know, learn how to understand burning desire. But point being, in America, unless you're in the top 1% of man, you're not going to get an attractive girl. Look around, go to the suburbs. Look at these women. Look at who the average guy you see at like Walmart is dating. Look at the average guy you see at a fancy restaurant is dating. Like that is not an export of the United States or Canada. Like they don't make a lot of beautiful women there. There's like a lot of beautiful women in like Miami, Los Angeles, New York, and that's about it. And they're all trying to date like the same 100,000 men. There's like a 350 million population. They're all trying to chase out the same 100,000 men, and you are not in that small category. These are the influencers, these are the athletes, these are the actors, the men of high status, the multimillionaires, the guys in the top 0.1% of genetics with perfect faces, 23 years old, elite swimmer body, pec six pack. That is not you. You watching this video, this is not you. You are not that guy. Your best bet, small town strategy. At the same time, Luke's Max, if you don't know what that means, Google it, work out, try to become an extraordinary man, and go with friends. Otherwise, you will go crazy and you will give up before you find anything worth plucking out of these small towns. Also, keep an eye on Chile. Chile is the only country in Latin America where you can fly a girl in for 3 months, and maybe with an option to extend, I'm not sure. No visa, no special thing. Any Chilean citizen can do that. Okay? That is a small town strategy. That is the only way most of you guys are going to actually get a girl that is actually attractive, which I recommend you do. And I recommend you don't settle because, like I said, if you're not hyper physically attracted to her, then good luck keeping the butterflies and the warm fuzzy feelings and the love with her, because men need to be physically attracted to their woman in order to feel feelings of romance, want to protect her, want to provide for her. That is all. Subscribe for more free game, boys.